SBX Germany, Major General Gerhardt, 29th Division Commander.
Gentlemen, the division bridgehead is now secure across the Roer River. Julich is fully in our hands. We have our vehicular bridges are in and the traffic is rolling in good style, so we can say that we're well set. We've been sitting here a long time waiting to take this place, and we've got it. Now, due to the success of the operation as a whole, the Corps has decided to change the plan. Instead of us proceeding due east and finishing out the Corps bridgehead, we're going to turn. The Corps turns north and attacks two divisions abreast. We will move due north, two regiments abreast, and want to get an early start in the morning, have it set up for full artillery support, make sure that our airstrikes are available, and that we get good, quick progress. Now, Colonel Krznarich, wish you'd give us the G2 estimate of enemy capabilities that affect this plan. They, of course, are pretty well disorganized through the beating they've taken in the last 2 days, but there are possibilities of trouble for us.
Yes, sir.
That's good. So now can we get the candidates?
Okay, I don't see. All right, Witte, I think that arrangement on the airstrike sounds very satisfactory. Now, Colonel Smith, make sure that the G1 and G4 activities in connection with this plan are thoroughly coordinated. We want to make sure that we have sufficient supplies on the other side of the river in case we lose those bridges tonight. It's a possibility. We want to make sure that all our evacuation activities are properly handled in connection with this operation coming up. I think we've got possibilities of a lot of success, and we want to make sure that we press the attack and move on to our objectives promptly. I think that covers everything now, except as we develop further details, keep the regiments informed and get out a warning order right off. As the plan develops, we'll keep the commanders set so that they can make their proper plans in connection with it. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Okay, Gordon. Thank you.
General Gerhardt, gentlemen, as you know, when we attacked across the Roer River into Julich, we contacted the 363rd Infantry Division. In our sector, the 959th Regiment of that division was found to be present. It was as we had planned they would be when the attack started. Since that time, we've taken something over 600 prisoners of the enemy on the far shore, and as a result, the 363rd's combat effectiveness has been reduced considerably. At the present time, we feel that one reserve battalion of the 957th Regiment is present in the Mersch, Patter, and Weldorf areas. Those have already actually been contacted and some identification secured. At the present time, we feel that the resistance capable by the 363rd Division is going to be comparatively light, and we feel they'll defend in the towns, using the towns as strong points as they retire due to our pressure. So far, no voluntary withdrawal has been noted on the part of the enemy. It's possible, too, that there is another infantry division which has come into the sector, and it may hold the line from Titz to Rodingen in that general area, and we may contact that as we proceed forward. The other reserves in the area consist of the 9th Panzer Division, which is rumored to be east of Siersdorf from here on to the Rhine toward Cologne. That division is capable of making a counterattack generally on the Cologne-Julich road in this direction with not more than one combat team, say roughly a couple of battalions with 400 men and 20 to 25 tanks. However, because the troops on our right have come up and reached this main road here, it's highly unlikely that we'll feel the brunt of that attack. It'll be felt over here more on this division, if it should come. More than that, the 11th Panzer Division down in the Saar, across the Saar River, has been reported out of contact and possibly ready to move up into this area, although our air has interfered considerably with its movement. Then the 15th Panzer Grenadier in front of the 1st Canadian Army is another possibility, and it may come on down into the sector. All in all, the enemy resistance seems to be very light and will continue to be so probably until we reach the Rhine.
All right, Gordon. I haven't seen him here for so long. Would you say it, Colonel, please? Somebody
I'm on. General Gerhardt, gentlemen. The relief in the bridgehead area is progressing to satisfactorily and should be completed in the early hours of the morning, and it is recommended, and pursuant to your directive, that we attack at 5:15, preceded by a 30-minute artillery preparation. The boundary that suggests itself between the two regiments is as indicated here. That was selected because of the communication net and the objectives designated to the two attacking regiments. Those objectives were selected because of the defense which G2 has just outlined as being centered around the towns. There is a main ridge that runs through Mersch and generally along the line of the main road shown on the map by the red line. The two attacking regiments have selected a scheme of maneuver in this right zone of cleaning out these guts in here on their right and then progressing up to the town of Weldorf. They selected that because of this open terrain. Over on the other side, on the left, the regiment expects to take advantage of the main ridge getting into the town of Mersch and Pattern. After that, it is recommended that a scheme of maneuver characterized constantly by punches from the left toward the right to take advantage of the high ground generally paralleling the ridge line. That will conform to the enemy defense as indicated by G2 as coming in this way. Then we can get in behind these towns, in each case combining that effort with a frontal attack so that we'll have efforts from both sides, and getting in behind the enemy will usually capitulate. When the 116th completes the relief of the battalion of the 175th, they will go into this zone, attacking at 5:15 for W, E, and F, and then finally all the objectives along in their zone. The 330th combat team in the left, after they have completed the relief of the 115th, will continue the attack in this zone. The 115th, after relief by the 330th, will assemble in this area just north of Jülich, and then will be prepared on division order to advance by bounds behind the left regiment. The 175th has a job of completion of reduction of the enemy resistance in this little triangle, and then they will assemble in the Sternik-Jülich area, prepared to advance on division order by bounds up behind in the right regimental zone. Artillery support can be provided by our nine organic battalions, and displacement across the river is planned first for a battalion in this zone and then a battalion in that zone, so that we will constantly have two artillery battalions in support in each regimental zone.
Okay, thank you.
Well, it looks very much as though the opposition is light and we'll be able to move ahead pretty fast. I think that summarizes it, gentlemen.
Everything's on this side, Colonel.
Okay, well, if I've got it straight then, we can expect not too much opposition straight ahead. It'll be remnants of the 363rd Division. And then our right flank ought to be pretty well secured.
Yes, sir. For the first time in this war, it looks as though we've got a secure flank.
Well, that's certainly a break for us because ordinarily we have to worry about not only our front but flanks too. So this will be a very fine situation to know that we don't have to worry about that Panzer outfit coming in on the right flank.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes.
That's fine, kill it, Gordon.
Okay, Witte, if you'll give us the plan as far as you've got it in mind at the present time.
Well, that covers the infantry plan as far as we've gone with it.
All right, now I think we've covered everything except air support. And it's going to be very critical. What do you think should be the objectives, targets, and times in that?
Well, the